What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's Options Pro upcoming weekly webinar, where we'll be going over plays for the upcoming week. All right, before we get started, please pause the screen and read this disclaimer. All right, welcome back. Let's get started. Have you guys want me to keep on posting these webinars? Please, guys, hit a little like down below, and I'll keep doing them. All right. Next thing we have up here, once I find it, is earnings. Earnings is a pretty slow week for earnings, so nothing there to worry about. The next thing we're looking at is upcoming data. All right, here we go. Tuesday, short week this week, guys, so let's get ready for the short week. Tomorrow we have the mortgage applications, and then at 10 o'clock the JOLTS report, and then at 2 o'clock we have the phone company minutes being released. That will affect the market. I expect chop to happen between 12 and 2, so just understand that. At 3:30, the Fed, Bostic, speaks. Thursday morning, jobless claims at 8:30. That's all that would affect us. Probably that's consumer credit at 3. It might hurt us somehow. And Friday we have wholesale report as well. Alrighty, time for the charts. All right, I'm doing these charts in 2 stages. First one is going to be for small accounts. All right, guys, small accounts. If you have an account under 5K, guys, you should be focusing on these plays. These should be your setup. I should be learning how these premiums move on all types of pullbacks, on news, if they follow SPY, whatnot. Righty, let's start with SPY first. SPY is at the all-time highs. Right now, we are retesting these highs on the 5-minute, and we bring that up quickly here and show you Friday's thing. Boom, hits it. It's hanging out right here between this 434 and 433 area. It just stay inside of there. Alrighty. So what I'm looking for today. If you see right here, guys, before this 430 level, it was creeping up slowly, right? Slowly going up. When that 430 broke, she flew up 4 points. So we have to respect these whole numbers here. All right, so I'll break over this 434. We're going to go towards that 435 area, and I'm thinking we can kind of reject around here and then drop back down towards this 431 area. I'll break on the 433, guys. Trade it down to be safe every $1 down. All the way down towards 431, 430 level. At these highs, it gets hard to see the drop clearly. So trade down every $1. Qs at highs also. We have a capital right here between 356, 355. It's a tiny gap. And this trend line is following it. All right, I'll break up this 360. It's still gonna be every $2 up. A rejection of 360, we're gonna drop back down towards this 356 level, and it should hold around there. Typically in July, guys, the market performs at its highest. It's the greenest month of the year. Tech, especially tech, runs throughout the month strong. Buy tends to head hard the first 2 weeks or so, and then calms down. But tech typically stays strong throughout the whole month. Alrighty, small accounts. Let's start with Apple here. We've been talking about it for some time now. That 135 break was a key trade here. Now we're looking for, if you're not into this yet, I wouldn't be looking for a long-term hold just yet here. aggressive trade now is going to be a break over this 140, 150 area, all the way up towards 143, and the all-time highs are 145. If this 145 does break, your target should be 148 and 150. On the downside, a break under 139.50, guys, traded back down towards 138. All right, just this. Traded back down towards 138. And then 137 is holding here too as well. All right, next one is AMD. Similar setup here, guys. We've been talking about this trend line. It broke, closed over on the daily. Your entry should have been right here. Broke the trend line, confirmed it, it held. And next day, handed you a strong move up. You're hopping in here. All right, now we'll break over this 96, trade this up towards 98. And now between 98 and 100 will not be an easy trade. We've rejected this level some times here. So wicks everywhere over here. So it's not going to be an easy hold inside of here. But that 100 breaks, say 150, trades up towards 102 and 104. On the downside, I'm not crazy about it, but a break on the 93 traded back down towards 91 and 90. I'm not crazy about the drop. Next small account play, CRM. All right, so over here, she's been consolidating forever at this key level of 250 area. Now it's going to be a break over this 250, guys. Trade this up towards 254, 258, 260, and then 266 on the upside. On the downside, avoid it. Next one is Facebook. Inverse H right here is your pattern. We're at highs. If you see volume on this break, you hop in, trade this up towards 360, then 360, 250, and 365 area. On the downside, the aggressive trade is a break on the 350, 350, traded down towards 350, then 347 and 345. Only if you see buy and you selling off, you hop into that trade. Next one, pins. Looking extremely strong still. Now it's going to be the next break over 80, right? Trades up towards 82 and 84. On the downside, avoid it. Last one for the small accounts. Plug. Plug, making higher lows. Higher lows. Break over this 34. Trades up towards 36. The big play would be a break over 36, trading up towards 38 and 40, and then that gap flow right there. All right. This trade setup here is about patience here only. Here you start to size into it. Here you add, and you just ride it up. All right. And all of these plays for small accounts, you need to be trading these at the money strikes. Not 3 strikes out, 4 strikes out. You need to be trading these at the money strikes. You need to focus on building your account, not having that one big play. Focus on building right now. And if you do that, you will have your profits and you will have your account grow as you learn how to trade. You don't want to jump into something, get lucky, your account grows, and then you give it all back right away. All right? Focus on building, focus on your strategy, and focus on a plan. All right, guys. Now, time for the big accounts. Primary for the week, Amazon. As right now, get in. All right, the trade here, it's going to be a break over this pre-market high on Monday, on Tuesday. This Tuesday, not Monday. Break over this, we're looking at the 35.50 area. If that breaks, we have wicks over here, right? But they should be filled up. So trade this up towards 35.80, 3600. If this breaks, we're going to shoot up towards 3640, 3460, and the all-time highs. There's going to be a tough trade. We're going to be scared to hop in. For people with small accounts, you could risk one contract on this, right? Grabbing a 3600, 3650 strike after the first 5 minutes of the day. If you still like it, you hop in. But you need to have a stop loss on that. You should not be hopping in as she's spiking up. You want to hop in on a pullback or a pattern. On the downside, break under 3490. You're going right back down towards 3460 and 3440. That's what I'm looking at for this week is coin. She's holding this 240. A break over 250 is your entry. Now I just size up. You just start your trade here. This break over 260 is where you should size up for a target of 270 and 280. On the downside, I'm not going to take it for a break under 240, trade it down towards 230. That's one. Google all-time highs. You can see a lot of these similar charts here. You see a lot of these same charts here. Consolidation, and then a breakout on Friday. Now the trade is a break over 25.15 is the aggressive, 25.20 is the safe, trading up every $10. On the downside, a break under 2,500, traded down to 24.80, 24.60. Next one, I'm still watching the Netflix. Break over this 537, trade up to 540 and 545. On the downside, you don't want to do it. Next one, NVIDIA. Similar chart. See, consolidation, explosion. All right, they split on 720 here. So the trade here is a break over 830, or the pre-market high, trading up towards 835 and 840. 845, 850, every $5 up. On the downside, a break under 825, trading back down towards 820. I'm not crazy about it. Next one, PayPal. Look at this flag right here, one big ass flag. The aggressive trade is a break over 292, up towards 296. Then we're looking at this 300, 302 level. If that breaks, we're going to show up towards 310. There's going to be a slow play. I suggest you trade this with next week's strikes, at the money strikes, or one strike out, and hold throughout your build-up. Next one, Roku. Had a nice drop last week, had a nice pop, then a nice drop. Break under 429, traded down towards 425, 420, and then 410. On the upside, if this holds, the aggressive trade is a break over 436 up to 440, 443. Shopify in this trend line still. Once she breaks and confirms a hold here, she's going to explode back up. For now, I don't have any clear levels. Just this level of 1505, trading up towards 1520, 1540, and 1550. On the downside, I don't like it. Last, but definitely not least, Tesla. Strong move up, consolidation, hit the 700, rejected. The next one is going to be the break over 700, trade up towards 710, 720, and 740. On the downside, a break under 670 is a quick trade down towards 660. All right, guys, it's Tuesday today, so you have to understand there's 1 day past of theta burn, so just be prepared for that. last thing is Weibo. I'm not sure how I'm going to trade this yet, but she's at her all-time highs here. China news. The CEO is going to make this private, so she is on watch today as well on the upside. All right, guys. Like again, and let's stay green together, everybody.